Good morning, student. In this lecture we will see law of demand. Law of demand is also an important law of consumption. The Professor Alfred Marshall had explained the law of demand in his books. According to him, other things being constant, the higher the price of commodity, smaller is the quantity demanded, and lower the price of commodity, larger is the quantity demanded. This it is the definition which had given by the Professor Alfred Marshall related to law of demand. But we will see in simple language what is meant by law of demand. We have to just keep this sentence as it is, other things being constant. When other things being constant, if the price of any commodity increases, the demand of that commodity decreases. If price of any commodity decreases, the demand of that commodity increases, vice versa, then it is called law of demand. It is called law of demand. In law of demand, what actually happened? Law of demand tell us that when price of any product will increase in the market, their demand will decrease. If the price of any product decrease, the demand of that product increase. Here is an inverse relationship between price and the quantity demanded. There is an inverse relationship between price of the product and the quantity demanded in the market. Then we can also increase our explanation explanation to use to give the definition in our own words. In our own words, we can say that when other things being constant, at the higher prices, people will demand less quantity. At the lower prices, people will demand higher quantity of the commodity. Then it will called law of demand. It is called law of demand. Here in example you can see that when the price goes up, quantity demanded goes down. As price falls, quantity demanded rise. As price rises, quantity demanded falls. This will called law of demand. Now let us see law of demand with the help of demand schedule. In this demand schedule, we are taking one example to explain the law of demand. Here price of sugar per kg is given and demand of sugar in kg is given. When the price of sugar is rupees 50 per kg, the demand of sugar is just 1 kg. When the price falls from 50 to 40 per kg, you can see that the demand will increase from 1 to 2 kg. Like whenever the price falls, the demand increases. At the price of rupees 30, demand is 3. At the price of rupees 20, demand is 4. At the price of 10, demand is 5. You can see that at the lowest price, the demand is highest. At the lowest price, that is rupees 10, the demand of sugar is highest, that is 5 kg. Now with the help of this demand schedule, it is easy to understand the law of demand. You can take your own example, you can change the prices, you can change the quantity here, but you have to just keep in mind that whenever you are taking the example, other figures, if you are decreasing the price, the demand should increase. If you are decreasing the price of any product, the demand of that product will increase. This were the demand schedule. Now later on demand schedule we will see demand curve. Demand curve is a graphical representation of the quantity of commodity and the price of commodity. In this demand curve you can see that on x-axis quantity demanded are shown and on y-axis price of commodities are shown. When the price of commodity is 10, in this point you can see that the demand is highest, that is 5. Whenever demand increases, whenever price increases, the demand falls from 5 to 4, 3, 2, 1. These are the point. And with the help of this point, we draw one curve which is called demand curve. Whenever the price of commodity increases, the demand of commodity decreases. And with the help of each and every point, we draw a single curve, one curve that is named DD, that is called demand curve. And now you can see that this demand curve slope downward from left to right. This demand curve slope downward from left to right, because when the price increases, demand decreases, the price decreases, demand increases, vice versa. There is an inverse relationship between price and the quantity demanded. Now next we will see assumption of law of demand. What are the assumption of law of demand? There are some certain rules and regulation which will follow in certain condition. If this condition will not fulfill, this law will not applicable. Each and every law is applicable at certain conditions. If condition will not fulfill, the law will not apply. For application of the law, some rules, regulation and condition will be applicable on that particular situation. These are the assumption of law of demand. First, size and composition of population remain constant, income of consumer remain constant, taste, habit, fashion remain constant, no change in the expectation about future prices, price of substitute and complementary goods remain constant, and government policy remain constant. Now let us see one by one the assumption of law of demand. The first assumption is size and composition of population remain constant. For application of law of demand, the size and composition of the population will remain constant. If the size and composition of population will not constant, this law will not applicable on that particular area. Because if, for example, change in population bring about change in demand if the price remains same. We had seen some example of factor determinants of demand. In that example, we had taken the one point of population. When any particular area, if the population suddenly increases on any particular area, the population of that particular area suddenly increases due to migration of people from one place to another place. At that particular area where the population increases, though the price increases, the demand will not falls, demand will also increases, because quantities are less and people are more, then their demand they will demand more at the highest price. Law of demand tell us that when the price increase, demand will decrease. But in this situation, when the population increases, though the price increase, demand will not decrease, demand may also increases, because suddenly the population increases in that particular area, and due to increase in population, the demand will also increases. Those who have more money, they will ready to buy at particular at increase in the price. That's why for application of this rule, size and composition of population remain constant. Now next, second, income of consumer remain constant. It is also important assumption of the law of demand. For application of law of demand, the income of consumer remain constant. If income of consumer remain does not constant, this law will not applicable in that situation, because when the people will get more income, their purchasing power will also increases, and they will ready to buy more commodity at higher price. They will also increase more commodity at higher price. Here, when price increases, but their purchasing power will also increases due to increase in income, they will purchase more commodity. The demand will not decrease, demand will increase, demand may be increased due to increase of their income. Now next, taste habit remain constant. If there is any change in the taste, fashion, preference of consumer for goods, the demand will also change even though the price is constant or decrease. Now you can see that in old days people are prefer and like to wear the dhoti, kurta and white cap. But in this situation, though the price of those products are very low, the demand of those products will not increase because these products are out of fashion and people will not prefer to wear this all type of products. There are many products which are now out of fashion and people are not like to prefer this product though their price is very low. Though the price of that product is low, the people will prefer new trends product, new fashionable product. Though there is a increase in the price of that product, people will refer that or those products. For application of this law, the taste, habit, fashion remain constant. Now next, no expectation about future price changes. In this assumption we had taken we already have seen these all points in the determinants of demand. Now as a assumption we have to see why this law will not applicable in this situation. If people predict that they think that the price of product may increase in the future, the price of that particular product may further increase in the future, then in this situation they will prefer to purchase more commodity at increased price. If the price of that product increases and there is a chances to further increase in the future, though the price increases, people will prefer to buy more product at higher price because they think that the price may further increase in the future. And due to this expectation about rise in the price of that product, people will buy more product at higher price. The price is increased but demand will also increase, not decrease, because of speculation, prediction about the rise of that product in future. For example, we can see that the price of product, when the price of product if today the price is price of rupee 1 increases on the product, but there is a chances for next day it may further increases by rupees 4. Then when price is increases by rupees 1, people will prefer to purchase more petrol at this increased price because it is a chances to further increase of rupees 4 from next 4 days, from next days. These were some example of no expectation about future changes. Then for application of this rule, there will not be any chances to increase the price of that particular product in the market. Price of substitute and complementary goods remain constant. For application of this law, the price of supplementary and complementary goods remain constant. If the price of substitute product changes, the demand of other substitute and complementary goods also changes. For example, law of demand tells us that if price of any product rises, the demand of that product decreases. If price of any product decreases, the demand of that product increases. But here, when the price of one substitute product changes, but price of other substitute product never change, it remain constant, but their demand will also change. But their demand may be changed due to change of price of other substitute product. For example, if the price of Coca-Cola rises, then people will prefer to purchase Pepsi at the place of Coca-Cola. Price of Pepsi never change, it remain constant, but demand of this Pepsi automatically increases because there is an increase in the price of its substitute product Coca-Cola. Its substitute product Coca-Cola. Like same other substitute product, there are various substitute product. The price of one substitute product change, it will affect the demand of other substitute product. Though there is never change in the price of that product, but due to change of other substitute product, their demand will affect, their demand will change. And here we can say that the law of demand will not applicable in this situation. Now next, government policy remain constant. Due to change and impose of various taxes or taxation policy, the law of demand will not applicable in this situation. For example, government change the taxation policy or increases, suddenly increases tax rate on any particular product. Tax rate on any particular product. That's why due to increase in the taxation rate of that particular product, it will affect the cost of production of that product, and price of that product will also affected, and their demand will also change. Their demand may be change in the future. If taxation rate increases, their demand may falls, because there may be a chances to increase in the price of that particular product in the future. Then in this situation, cost of production increases, the seller try to sell less product, produce less product, because they will not get more profit in this situation. Then for application of this law, the government policy or taxation policy remain constant. Dear students, these were some assumption of law of demand. Now after this we will see the exception of law of demand. Exemption to the law of demand. Exemption means these goods are exempted on the law of demand. These goods and situation will not applicable to the law of demand. Now let us see one by one what are the exemption to the law of demand. The first exemption of law of demand is Giffen goods. Giffen, Sir Robert Giffen has given his explanation about the inferior goods. He has taken the inferior goods, that is some butter, in his observation and meat in the England, and research on that, and he found that when the price of bread decreases, when the price of this bread decreases in the England, the people will not demand more bread. The people save their money and it used to purchase the superior goods, that is meat, in that situation. He had found that when the price of inferior goods decreases, the demand will not increases. That's why law of demand tells us that the price of any product decreases, demand will increase. But some inferior goods, in his observation, that is some bread, when the price of in that particular area, when the price of bread decrease, the people will not demand more bread. They save their money to purchase superior good in the future, that is meat, for their consumption. So that's why we can say that Giffen goods, that is inferior goods, will not included in the law of demand. It is exempt from law of demand. Now next, prestige goods. Diamond, high price motor cars, luxurious bungalows are the prestige goods, and these goods are demanded by high level income group people. And when we can see that, and we know that the price of these products are very high, and though the price is high, the demand is also high, because high level income group are preferring preferring high price goods for their prestige, and they will demand more commodity, that high price product at the highest price. Though the price of prestige goods increases, the demand of this prestige good will also increases. It will not decrease. That's why these prestige goods will not included in the law of demand. It is exempt in the law of demand. Now next, price illusion or consumer psychological bias. There is a psychological tendency of the consumer that they think that the branded product, company's product will be the good product for the consumption. Consumer think that high price goods are of the better quality. That's why the price of those product is high. They will purchase the more quantity at higher price. They will ready to buy at higher price also, because there is a tendency of the people, they think that branded product which are at high price product, the quality of that product will be high, and they will demand more product though the price is highest. At highest price or higher price, they will demand more commodity. So in this situation, the law of demand will not applicable in this situation, in this product. Now next, demonstration effect. What is meant by demonstration effect? When some people are follow the high level income category group people, the tendency of low income group to follow in consumption pattern of high income group is known as demonstration effect. For example, fridge, washing machine, sofa, laptop, mobile phones, dining tables, their tendency is to follow the high income group people. Those products which are consumed by high income group, the low income group people will also try to consume or follow or use those products. Though the price of those products are high, the low income group is try to consume or purchase those products which are used by high level income group. The price of this product are high and the demand is also high, because most of the people, they are preferring this product for increasing their standard of living. They think that they should also increase their standard of living. They follow the high level income people, and all those products which are consumed by and used by high level income people, they will also try to purchase this high price product for the consumption and their uses. In this situation, this law of demand will not also applicable. Next, ignorance. Due to unawareness of market price of product, consumer demand more product at higher price also. We can say that some of the consumer who do not have any knowledge about the price of the market price of the product on particular product, that's due to their ignorance, negligence, unawareness about the product price, they will ready or they purchased more product at higher price also. We can say that the best example, it is the maximum retail price of any product. Only in India, the consumer or few countries, the consumer purchase the product as MRP price, that is maximum retail price, but they do not know it is the maximum retail price. The retailer cannot sell the product at higher price than the maximum retail price, but consumer has a right to bargain in this product. They have a right to bargain this price. They can also, the consumer has a right to bargain this price also and can get the product at less price than the maximum retail price. It is the maximum limit, and we can see that here the all consumer and all retailer consumer are purchasing the price at maximum retail price. Or we can take the other example of some dry fruits. The price of dry fruits may be different in other in each and every shop. You can see that, but if you are purchasing the product any one particular shop, then though the price is high, you will buy that product at higher price because you are unaware about the different price level of that product in other shop. Due to our negligence, due to negligence of consumer, they will demand more product at higher price. In this situation, this law will not applicable. Though the price is high, the demand is also high. Demand is not decreasing. Next, speculation. We also had seen this example many times. Speculation means prediction of the future. When people predict or speculate that the price of any particular product may further increase in the future. Though the price increases, the people will demand more product at higher price. The demand will not decrease because it is assumed that the price of this product may further increase in the future, and due to their prediction, expectation to rise the price in the future, the people will demand more commodity at higher price. In this situation, the law of demand will also not included, and this is exempt from law of demand. Next, habitual goods. We know that some people are habitual for a particular product, though the price, whatever the level of price, too much increase, the demand of that product will not decrease because people will ready to buy those habitual product, whatever the price of that product. Due to the habit of consumption, some goods people purchase them at higher price also. For example, tobacco products. There are some tobacco products and people are habitual for that tobacco product. If the price of this product increases, the demand will not decrease because people will buy at whatever the price level, they will ready to buy that particular product. Same as alcohol or other products which are habitual, people are habitual for that product, they will buy at higher price also, and in this situation law of demand will not applicable. Law of demand will not applicable in this situation, and these goods are excluded or exempt from the law of demand. Then students, these were some assumption of law of demand. In law of demand we had seen the meaning and definition of law of demand, demand schedule, demand curve, assumption of law of demand, and exception of law of demand. Hope you will understand the topic. If you have any doubt, you can comment in the comment box your doubts. Please like and share our video and subscribe our channel. Thank you.